Greetings everybody, this is Rob from Title Here Games, and I'm going to be demoing a little thing I've been working on in the Unreal Engine. So this is a very little simple thing, little scene or level, whatever you want to call it, that I have set up here. And this is going to be for a horror game that I'm working on. It'll be done out by Halloween, October 31st. Because, you know, why not? I like doing these sorts of challenges. This is 1 month horror game, despite the fact that work on this has really only gotten serious as of about 2 days ago. And in that time, I mean, before then, I was able to get this whole scene set up. I was learning how to use some of the landscape tools and whatnot, as well as the little modeling thing. This is not BSP. As much as I'd love to use BSP, it just seems that these ones let you do more. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I've also tuned down a lot of the graphics settings on here, which is why this is all noisy. It's because I'm not using the lumen for the global illumination or reflections or something. It's screen space, so you'll notice if I come in here and stare up, it looks normal. Anyway, so the thing I've really been putting a lot of work into is the dialogue system. Now this is obviously inspired by Deus Ex, because if we just come over here, black bars come in, and then that music changes as well. You just click, or any key actually, to advance it. Same for here as well. We come talk to this guy, he's got a thing, yo yo yo, running run. What? Good talking, very, very fun. So one thing I wasn't able to do whenever I first started setting this up was camera angles. If you'll remember from the original Deus Ex, when you talk to someone, each time there's a new line of dialogue, there's a different camera angle. And I wasn't able to get that working. And I tried to switch to sort of a Fallout New Vegas style system. Let me go ahead and redo this. We come over here, you know, we look over there, it points our camera at the center of the target there that we're talking to. Obviously, it's kind of bugged at the moment where you exit dialogue and it just goes back to where you were originally looking. I'll worry about fixing that later. I have bigger things to worry about. But whenever I was trying to get this camera to like move at the thing, it just would not move for whatever reason. And it turns out I have to disable the control of the camera. And with that in mind, I wonder if I were to go back to the camera angle system, where it would like go into third person or whatever, it would work. I'll attempt to do that later also, because right now the big thing I've been doing is inventory systems. So originally a Unity game I was working on, it was a 2D game and it was supposed to be kind of like a little RPG thing. And I stopped working on that because Unity, you know, I'm sure if you're watching this video, I'm sure you already know about all the awful stuff Unity has done. And despite the fact that they've apologized, reversed the changes in the CEO step down, I'm still not going to be going back to Unity. It just kind of completely destroyed my trust. But that's for another time. The point is, in an older Unity game that I had, this what you see now was basically what was in the game, where I just use a collection, a list, or an array, whatever you want to call it, of a certain class, this class here, to store the items. And this will all, whenever it's fully done, it'll update the UI, and the UI will show up in game. So here's a little slot of the thing, and here's just the proper inventory. I'm not sure if this is how you're supposed to do it, or if you can even do it this way, but this is just what I have now. And you know, maybe I can just like copy this and then I can put it in this little vertical box in the scroll box component here. It's basically how it worked in the Unity game that I made, and I might throw I'll throw a quick video demo of how that worked. But yeah, that's really all I've got for now. I'll come back again when the inventory system has been completed. Right now, I'm just kind of doing mechanics and while I'm doing that, I'm also trying to think of, you know, what do I want to do with this horror game? Because the last horror game I put out, 1 week horror game back in June, you know, it was a very simple premise. There was literally like no writing at all. I mean, like there's a when you go to download it, there's kind of a little thing on the page that explains what's going on. That was not written by me. That was written by one of my testers. His sister did all of that. It was pretty good. I think she had like 10 minutes to do the entire thing. Like the game was literally about to launch, and she was able to do all of that. So kudos to her. I'm probably gonna bring her back for writing, or at least some kind of like consultation or whatever, because I would like to do, obviously with dialogue and like inventory, I'm gonna try to do more of a story focusing, because I don't usually tell stories very often in my games. You know, you look back at One Week War Game, really not much there. Delayed the Inevitable, not much there. Going back to 2016 when I used Game Maker 8.1, the Cubeland games that I worked on, you know, there really wasn't much there in terms of story. It was all just gameplay. For this one, I'm really hoping that I can tell some kind of a story. So that's why I'm doing all these mechanics that I know I'm going to need, like dialogue and inventory. You might not think that inventory would be, you know, necessary for telling a story, and it's not. But what I would like to do, I know will involve inventory. Like I would like to have notes and stuff put around that you can collect, like SCP Containment Breach or Deus Ex. You know, I always come back to Deus Ex for, you know, if a mechanic already exists, I might just try to do it how Deus Ex does it, a similar implementation, because, you know, Deus Ex does just about everything perfectly. I say Deus Ex, but what I really mean is the mod Give Me Deus Ex. Very great mod. I would say it's probably my favorite, and it has. Oh, I'll not get into that. Now it's probably not the best time to discuss that, but I get a swig of water there. For now, though, it's just mechanics. While I'm also kind of thinking about stuff in the background. What I may actually do is I'll have the 1 Week War Game writer. I'm not sure what I should call her. I want to use her real name. She's not comfortable with that, but I'll throw some ideas at her, and I'll get her thoughts and opinions, or I'll get everyone that I know's thoughts and opinions on here, because it'll probably help in one way or another. Maybe not immediately, maybe not large contributions, but anything helps, honestly. I mean, for example, like the eyes that show up on the little ghost models, whatever you want to call them, the capsules in 1 Week War Game, that was suggested by one of the testers, and it honestly made the game so much better, in my opinion, at least. But yeah, I'll get back to working on this inventory system, and I'll probably have some clips at the end of this video demonstrating how it works. Maybe some commentary as well. We'll see.